Hi, I'm Rabbi Michai Cohen. I'd like to share with you the energy, the special energy which is found within this week. We know that every single week we have the energy of the Torah portion, which is really the vitality, and it fills the real story of what happens during the week, right? Beyond all the current events, which are affected by the energy of the weekly Parsha, which when we explore and we understand a little bit more how it affects us in our life, we're able to really be able to maximize from the potential which is there during the week, as well as the month that we're living in. We're at the end of the month of Nisan, and we're about to turn into the new month of Nisan. So we're coming from Adar, to now the new month of Nisan. And there's a lot of Pisces energy. The Pisces energy is really this ambiguous energy that has a tremendous amount of intuition, but it could also be very scattered. And that scattering and that non-clarity that is very often associated with this month is ultimately here to bring us to a much more of a focus. So during this month, we've really turned inwards, and we've seen like miracles that are within nature, the miracle of Purim, things that are going on right now in current events, which is unbelievable what is happening in front of our very eyes. But there's a lot of scattering, and we don't know what to do with it. And during this particular week, we have a lot of this Adar energy, this Pisces energy, where we have many of the planets, the sun, the Mars, and Mercury, that they're basically within Pisces. And that means that there's a lot of unknowing, but yet we're turning the leaf and we're going towards Nisan. We're going towards a lot of more discipline within our dealings with others and relationships that we have. So while we may have been sifting through and going through rehashing the same mistakes and the same way of doing things, and we're like, why is this slipping out of my hands? So now we're turning to much more of a direct level, where we have Jupiter and we have this direct energy, which is basically telling us that the end of the month of Adar, we've now been able to come to a level of honing, of sifting. So now how does this connect to the Parsha? The Parsha of the week is Parsha Vayakhel and Pekudei, which are two Parshiot that are fit together as one, and they both have contradictory meanings. Vayakhel literally means to ingather, and it refers to the collective, and Pekudei means to count, and it has to do with the senses of the individual. So there's the individual energy, and then there's the collective energy, and that's coming all together within this week. Basically, the energy of this week, we have the collective, and then we have the individual. And we're all feeling it with what's going on in the world. Here in Israel, literally feel it. But everything, all of the uncertainty which is happening around us, it's like the collective. Where do I find that equilibrium? Where do I find clarity within everything that's going on? And there's so much that's going on within our nervous systems. And the energy really of this week is how to find more of this balance, how to find more of this direct flow, that now I'm not coming from a place of uncertainty, but now I'm coming to a place of HaChodesh Hazeh Lachem. It's now we're turning a new leaf. It's a new month, the month of Nisan. We get to go direct, and we get to have clarity within our own lives, within our own relationships. So the question of the week is, where do we find ourselves honing in on aspects and skills that we need to hone in on? If it's learning, spending time to learn, spending time to meditate, spending time to pray, spending time to practice an instrument, spending time to exercise, and having this discipline, because we're definitely feeling there's a lot of that discipline energy which is happening and which is there in the energy around us. And so let's utilize that. Let's utilize much more of this. I'm going to put forth what it is that I haven't not been doing. So how can I actually focus on the things that I really want to focus and put those things out there and have a tremendous amount of success. So wishing all of us a tremendous amount of success in all of our endeavors, an amazing new week, and wishing you many, many blessings.